Come on now.
When we have a crew to push the buttons, it will be much more smooth. But for now, it's Max and myself.
You're stuck with us, baby. Stuck with just us.
All the way. Today's show, we're going to talk about embracing change. But for now, Max, what do we do? You've not said it for a few days.
Yeah,
do you remember?
Ignite your purpose. We are here to talk longevity through a healthy lifestyle. It's a mix of the mental, physical, spiritual knowledge, the mind, body, soul trifecta. And it's based for beautiful people. Every day, all day, it's negative to positive. That's it. That's all. We build upon that. So last Sunday, did you get here? Last Saturday?
Yeah, last Saturday, Sunday. Yeah.
John arrived here. Now, the prior 2 weeks to the build-up, well, there was a long prior to that, but we had planned. When you plan, right? You know what the outcomes are.
No plan survives first contact with the enemy, as anybody in the military will have heard.
That's the truth, right? So when you plan, sometimes you plan to succeed, sometimes you plan to fail, all the above. But we had planned when John was out here to basically go through the process of 6 months, the next year, as well as we had and still have a long list of interviews to do. However, I would say maybe the day before and then the day of, and since arriving, that has completely changed. And how, why, I don't know, because we're just trying to flow with it. We've created a 3-part port. Thank you.
Spray that again.
Let's rewind that. 3-part mini free part series.
You need to work on that.
Was that English?
Free course. We have a free course, 3 parts.
Yeah, and now we're building also a 6-part mini series to go off the back of that. So give me some of your thoughts. How we went from one thing to completely other, and in such a short time being able to flow with this.
I'm probably going to go in a different dimension, but the 3-part course and the 6-part course, it's how we think, move, and eat, and it's our spin on how to do it better with things that we do each and every day, very little cost, if no cost at all. So that's that.
Things we've actually implemented over the last 5-10 years. That got us from 0 to step 1, step 2, step 3. So we wanted to kind of share those with everybody, right? That was
absolutely.
The game plan.
On the coming here to do one thing and actually ending up doing something completely different. That being an idea which we decided neither of us wished to do or wanted to do at this stage. It took me back to the early 2000s, even times in the army. The army's different, but when I left, being so rigid on, right, we're going here, we're doing this, we're going to go for this walk around here, and that's the plan, and that's what we're going to do. And
we're going to hike this mountain, we're going to get to the top by this time, back down.
And not necessarily tantrums, but getting in a sulk and upset when it doesn't go the way that we did. No, we said we were going to go for a walk down here, we need to walk down here, and it might have been 15k further than we planned, but just being completely inflexible.
Oh, good word.
On the story, or on the process, or on the event or the journey. And looking back on that, I see myself just being, I must have been just a complete arse to be with at times.
Because you were so focused on one outcome.
Yeah, because we leave the front door on any given day with the idea of doing this, and there are a million gazillion different things that can happen that we do not, we've not planned for.
And I think we equate in our type of minds that if you don't get that one thing accomplished, it's a failure.
Yes.
It's a setback. It's a waste of time.
This was the goal for the day. We're going to go out, we're going to paint this house or mow this lawn or whatever it might be. And if we don't achieve something tangible that we can see, then the day has been wasted. And what we've discovered is actually there's a million, for every one downside that we've created because we've not achieved this outcome.
Rewind this
part. There are a million positives. Can't paint the house because it's raining. Let's go for coffee, meet someone, incredible conversation, stories forever.
And this happened to us this week.
It did happen to us this week.
We had a plan on Friday to do A, B, C, and D. And then all of a sudden, one thing left to another. We ended up being in probably 4 or 5 hours of just meetings and conversations, not getting anything.
Zero.
Yeah, getting absolutely
Zero done
that we had planned for. Yet that day took us in a totally different direction. We had gained knowledge. We had gained some insight, some awesome little tidbits to
just the ideas and
yeah,
what's the word I'm looking for?
Yeah, and creativity and implementation of the littlest things. So you can't look at it as a failure. And then from that, maybe you want to call it a rest or whatever it was, just to create a day. Yesterday we came in and put in 14 hours and finished more than we would have probably in the 2 days put together.
Yeah.
And just flowing with it.
Yeah, by taking a day, having some incredible conversations, being kind, resting, every cloud has a silver lining, and often we don't see it because we're not looking for it, because we're just focused on that one thing. So
and being open to change, because for the last year John and I were against courses, against sharing some of this knowledge, we thought, just because we thought it might not be worth it or whatever John and I simply thought. Yet the questions that kept coming from the clients and listeners and followers were like, why don't you try this? And we kind of went, maybe we could. Hence why we're on the road we are now, simply because we just opened up a little, right?
Yeah.
And got out of our own way, got out of our own head.
Yeah.
That's all I got on that.
That's all I've got. So in any given day, if it's not going the way you planned, maybe just take a breath, take a step back, look from a third person and think, what positives have come from that bit of trauma or a bit of inflexibility, or that the plan not going, or the trip not going to plan. Just think, right, actually I got to stand outside in the beautiful sunshine and looking at the birds and listening to the waves.
It is the little things.
Instead of being sat on a train or in a car.
Or whatever, right? When one door closes, how many millions open up? And it could be something simple like that. Hey, I missed the bus and I'm sitting in this beautiful sunset, sunrise, rain shower, rainbow. So many things to see.
Okay, so from us, thank you for tuning in. We'll keep you up to date with all of the Ignite Your Purpose developments over the next few days and weeks. And please do, if you like it, hit the thumbs up, the bell, the like, subscribe. But best of all, if you can comment, we're waiting for them.